I am wearing number 50 this week. My grandfather played football for Miamisburg, which is my hometown, and he wore number 50, and he passed away quite a few years ago due to Alzheimer's. And and so I'm wearing number 50 to honor him. But one thing that my grandma does is, I figure you guys would probably want to know this, before every season, at the start of the season, she writes me a letter and then cuts out a square of his jersey from when he played in high school, and I wear it in my sock for every game. And so I just thought it would be a nice thing to wear number 50 and honor him. I had a really good relationship with my grandfather, and I do have a very good relationship with my grandma. I am extremely close to both of them. They're the type of grandparents that never missed a sporting event, never missed. I mean, like my grandma, Mimi, she's 78 years old, and she all season the last couple of years would go and watch my cousins play in Miamisburg on Friday night, and then turn around and go to my game in Columbus, or sometimes even away games, wherever they may be. And she would do it every weekend, which, she's just the sweetest, kindest old lady you could ever meet. So my relationship with them has been incredible. I mean, as good of a relationship as I could have with grandparents. I love them both so much. I was cleaning my room one day during the quarantine, and when I left for college, my grandma Mimi gave me this really cool box that opens up, and that's where I put all the letters and all of the pieces of the jersey that she's given me over the years. And she actually, when I left for college, cut out the number 50 in the jersey and gave me the whole number. And I was sitting there, and I was just cleaning out my room, and I was rearranging things and saw it, and just went through. And there's a bunch of really cool pictures too. And on the back of the thing, there's pictures of a bunch of the guys in our family, their football pictures. So my grandpa, my dad, my brothers, my cousins, my uncles, and then me. And it's a really cool collage of pictures. And I was just looking at the picture of my grandpa wearing number 50, and then I was looking at the jersey, and the idea just came to me. I don't think I'm going to wear 50 for the rest of the year, just because I wanted it to be kind of a one-time thing that's really cool that my grandma can have as a memory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm only wearing it this week. And 71 was actually my dad's number in college, and my brother wore it in high school all 4 years. So that's what came about with number 71. I knew I wanted it to be a home game, because I knew that the chances were better that she would come. And of course, this week we get the bad news, but I don't know. I was waiting for a home game. I knew I didn't want it to be on senior day, because that's Nate Brock's number. And I wanted him to be able to wear that number on senior day. And so I don't know, one thing just kind of led to another, and this is the date that we landed on, the game that we landed on.
And what did I assume it's your dad's parents, since your grandparents shared the same last name. What did your dad and even your mom say when you told them you were going to do this? Or have you told them?
I wasn't going to. And then when the season got canceled, of course, I told them, because I thought the season was canceled and I wasn't going to get to do it. And we were just talking, and I was telling them about how bummed I was and how that was something that I really wanted to do. And of course, the season got brought back, and so now here we are. I talked to them about it last night for the first time since then. I told them I'm going to do it, and they were super excited. Talked about how cool it was. Said she'll love it. There's no doubt in my mind she'll cry. She's a big crier. She's the sweetest. It's not really a pep talk. It's just something that she says to me before every game. She texts me, "Angel on your shoulder," before every game. That's the last thing she says in a text that she sends me before every game, and I always say it back. And I feel like for me at that moment, it's like, okay, I'm ready to play now. Yeah, it's unfortunate that my mom and dad have missed a game in college or high school. This will be the first one they've ever not been at. So it's a bummer. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. It's out of our control. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Thanks, man.
Josh, you obviously weren't too old, I guess, when your grandfather passed. I guess, what's your favorite memory of him? What do you remember the most about him?
It's a good question. I still have a lot of good memories of him. Unfortunately, a lot of the memories that I do have were of him in his later stages of Alzheimer's as I was getting older. But I think one of my fondest ones was always just like swimming in the pool on vacation. He would like throw us in the water and stuff, and him and my dad and my uncle would all be in there, and we'd all be, playing games in the pool and stuff. I think that's probably my fondest memory. Another thing too that is a cool part of this story too, actually, is my grandpa gave my grandma, when they were high school sweethearts and they were dating in high school, and he took a screw in from his cleat off of his cleat, and all the guys in high school at that time, I guess, did this with their girlfriends and drilled a hole in it and made it into a necklace and gave it to her. And she still has it, or she did have it, and she gave it to me last year. And I wear it on Fridays and Saturdays until the game, and then until I put my pads on and I take it off. But I guess what I'm trying to get the point across is she just is the type of person that does so much for other people and just cares so much and does so many cool things. And I just wanted to be able to try and give back to her in some way, like in a similar kind of way.
Josh, when it has been, such a tough year and you guys don't get to spend much time around your families, does that make something like this more meaningful to you?
I think so. Yeah, this is the longest I've gone without seeing my family probably my whole life. And I'm not going to see them anytime soon. So, yeah, it definitely just magnifies the importance of it to me. Obviously I miss them like crazy. So I'm excited. It'll be a cool thing.
But could you just kind of describe what it's been like to kind of live in this self-imposed bubble for months now?
Yeah, it has been worth it. To answer your question, we're getting to play football games, and that's what we all love to do. So it is absolutely worth it. And I'm definitely not gonna lie and say it's been easy, because it hasn't. The only two buildings that I've been in since August have been the football facility and my house, and that's it. No grocery stores, nothing. Those are the only two buildings I've been in, which is unfortunate because during the season there's a lot of things that we do together as an offensive line or as a team that we really enjoy, and we just can't do it right now, unfortunately. So it's definitely taken its toll, but again, it's just one of those things. It's out of our control, and the sacrifices that are worth it to us. And so we'll keep on making the sacrifices because it's worth it.
Josh, you mentioned getting the text from your grandmother. Just how much do things like that help you in terms of staying the course when you're not able to physically see your family?
Oh, they help a ton. It's something that I look forward to. If I was getting ready for a game and I didn't get that text, I would call her and be like, text me. You know what I mean? It's everything to me. And of course, I've just been so fortunate to have the family that I have, that just so incredibly loving and caring people. I'm just blessed.